Mr. President, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's really interesting to see the growth on interest of the Sustainability Week, and it gives me a great pleasure to welcome all of you to the future. The future that we form together by addressing some of the challenges and coming up with innovative solutions for the future. For us, I can tell you, 10 years ago, when we were thinking about renewable energy, we were accused of just being trendy and trying to get something just to interest the world. But we were serious. We were forward-seeing the opportunity that sustainability would provide a cheaper and a more reliable and a more sustainable forms of energy for our country. Today, we have experienced throughout the years that we have reduced the cost of renewable energy to become the lowest and the highest growing contributor of energy sources. And the only issues that we are facing today are how can we make it longer, so increase the availability, and battery solutions are going to solve that for us in the future, and how can we integrate more of renewable energy. In our future, we will reduce CO2 emission by 2050 by 70%. We can only do that if we integrate renewable energy and increase the number. Every 5 years, we will revise our strategy that is already calling for 44% solar to hopefully higher than that. And I can tell you, with the exciting numbers that we see of the reduction in cost, I expect that number to go higher than that. Among us today are representatives of the young people, and I welcome them to the future. I welcome them to this event, to this summit, to learn, because this is your future. We're trying to make it cleaner, but the decision to do that is going to be you. Your behavior, how you behave in consuming, is going to shape up what kind of a world you are living in. I hope you don't learn from us how do we consume, because we are not good at consumption of energy today, and we need to improve a lot. The water scarcity is going to be one of the issues that you will face in the future. That's why for us here in the United Arab Emirates, we came up with a strategy that calls for recycling of water and the use of water. Every droplet of water that comes from the sky, or if it is in the earth, should be used, cleaned, and used again. And that is the future that we would like to leave you with. We decided that we will invest in technologies to reduce the cost of desalination. We're unfortunate not to have enough rain, so we need to leave every droplet of water in the earth and not to take it. So stopping the withdrawal from the aquifer is a necessity that we need to do today, but you need to do more of it in the future. But there is something else exciting happening, which is the digital transformation or the Industry 4.0. How can we integrate that into our sustainability and energy strategy to ensure that we do a better job in the transformation? The Internet of Things, the digitalization, and the artificial intelligence are going to help us reduce further the cost of energy sources and reduce the emission, increase the efficiency. And that will leave you with a better country and a better world. We are blessed here in the United Arab Emirates of the long-term planning of our leadership. Our leadership are not thinking of 10 or 15 or 20 years. They are thinking rather of how can we make the country when the United Arab Emirates is becoming a 100 years old country. 2071 is a vision, and strategies today are formed to make that future for you look at the future more wisely, make the choices that we believe will make the United Arab Emirates a better place to live. And we aspire to make it the best place to live in the future. To do so, we need to cooperate, we need to bring you the latest technologies, and we need to continue innovating. Something that is in our DNA is the care for the environment. Back in 1995, maybe some of you don't know this information. His Highness, late Sheikh Zayed, was in the western region, in Al-Dhafra, and he saw smokes from a well that was cleaning up. Typically, we clean up the well before we hook it to the production. And gas was burning. So he insisted on stopping the flaring. And we started since then, 1995, a very costly and effective plan to stop flaring. We call it zero flaring strategy. And that strategy led us to save billions of standard cubic feet of gas for the country which we are using today. And those molecules of gas are going to secure our future because we decided to be self-sufficient when it comes to gas. Gas is the cleanest form of energy. But even though we're not going to use more than 38% of gas in our energy strategy, we would like to leave you with a better world and contribute to that sustainability of our resources. And we will do our job here in the United Arab Emirates to make sure that the integration of energy and industry enable that transformation quicker and most effectively. I'll touch base on jobs. What's going to be my future? If I am a 15 years old today or 12 years old, which field I should go to? We are also thinking of that and trying to guide you through this transformation that is happening. We are trying to regulate the artificial intelligence, and your government have put a Minister of State for Artificial Intelligence. Minister Mariam is looking for your future, the food that you should eat, and what crops we should grow, and how can we make it efficient. We are very excited to see the new technologies and the discussion during the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week. And we are more excited to see your involvements as a young people in shaping up that future. I can assure you, jobs will be there, but what we need to do better is shifting people or professions from one field to another, rather quicker and more efficient. It takes years today to shift someone from an engineer to another field, or vice versa. It should take months in the future, if not weeks. And that's, I think, what excites us. The utilization of the Internet of Things, the artificial intelligence, and the machine should help us, should not guide us, but should help us in doing that transformation. I'm not worried about the jobs, to tell you the truth. I'm worried about how quickly we are adaptive to the change. Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to have you, Your Excellency, and we look forward to your speech.